Hey guys, how you doing? How's it going? Glad to see you back here. Happy Homebrew Wednesday on a Thursday again. I'm sorry about that. Actually, somebody posted in my chat room, in my comment section last week that S.J. Poor, who's the inventor of Homebrew Wednesdays, said that it doesn't have to occur on a Wednesday. You can post your video any day of the week, but he just declared Homebrew Wednesday as, or Wednesday. That's my dog barking at the ferrets. She hates the ferrets. My dog hates the ferrets. Anyway, he said that Homebrew Wednesday was just, you know, Homebrew Wednesday, but you didn't have to post your videos on that day. Well, I like to. I like to stick to Wednesdays for posting my Homebrew Wednesday videos. It's a good practice on YouTube to do that, to have people expect, you know, but sometimes it just doesn't happen. Oh man, after my broadcast on the weekends, on Friday night, you know, that ties me up for most of Friday night and part of Saturday, and then, hey! Stop it! I love my dog, I love my ferrets, but they don't get along. Anyway, so, but anyway, whatever. Sorry it's late again, but here it is. So that's what we've got. Now here we have a beer, a homebrew. Cheers. You might hear some music in the background. That's actually Steve James Barr, his broadcast. It is Wednesday, well, it's Thursday morning for me now, and you know, I haven't been to sleep yet, so don't think I'm drinking beer for breakfast. But I'm listening to his broadcast as well, so you might hear a little music in the background. But this is a cream ale that it's a beer kit that I got from Ontario Beer Kegs. OntarioBeerKegs.com, I think is the website. And I ordered this. It came the next day. I think I showed this to you a couple of weeks ago, maybe, this kit. And it's really good. It's pretty good, man. It's a good beer. It's a very simple beer to brew. One hop edition. And this has been sitting around because what a great time to make a Homebrew Wednesday video. The ferrets are in cages. They're in a cage. But they see, this is what happens. They go to the side of the cage and they do this with their paws because they know it bugs the dog. And so they do it on purpose. They do it on purpose. And that's, the dog gets upset and barks like that, and they love that. The ferrets, because you know, ferrets are troublemakers. If you watch ferrets, they love to make mischief. So they'll do this on the side of the cage just to bug the dog. First the dog barks, and then it makes them do it more, and it's like a perpetual. Geez, we wish we could generate energy that way. Something that just kept going and going, you know, feeding back on itself. But anyway, so yeah, this beer is a. You can tell I'm doing this off the cuff. This beer is a cream ale that I made from an Ontario Beer Kegs beer kit. I ordered it on, you know, a Tuesday, and it came the next day. Everything you need, and it was an extract beer. It doesn't have a huge head retention, but it does have a nice cap and some lacing there. So it is a nice beer. I'm enjoying it. Yeah, very, very nice. I would buy this again, and it was a good price. It was $10 off, and I hear footsteps. What are we doing? I picked the wrong time to make a video, I think. Especially up here in the kitchen where people are normally coming up and down. So. Well, it's 7:06 in the morning. My wife's getting up. She has to go to work. I have to get some sleep, and then I have to get up and do some work as well later on. So that's what's going on around here. Some things that I wanted to talk about this week are, firstly, I had a question asked of me many weeks ago, even months maybe. And the person asked me, when you buy a beer kit, like something like this, you know, one of these, you know, this Brewer's Best kits, which I just brewed this tonight actually, last night, whatever. Why do they send you liquid malt extract and dry malt extract? Like, what's the difference between the two? Why do they send both? Why don't they just send all liquid malt extract or all dry malt extract? And I didn't know the answer to that question. I was like, I have no idea. I have no idea. But it occurred to me, the answer occurred to me. And you guys let me know what you think down in the comments. Liquid malt extract is cheaper than dry malt extract. Okay? But it's heavier. So it costs more to ship. And I'm not talking about shipping from them to me. I'm talking about shipping from wherever it's made to the store where you buy it, right? So there's a shipping, you know, liquid malt extract weighs more than dry malt extract. But dry malt extract is more expensive than liquid malt extract. So they somehow combine the two. This is my theory, you know, I'm just making this up. I don't know. This could be why. They somehow combine the two so that the weight versus the price of the extract evens out, and it's a good balance between the two. Does that make sense to you guys? What do you think? What do you think? You can put your thing down below. The only other thing I can think of is that, you know, the cans of liquid malt extract or the containers of whatever they come in, you know, are a certain size, and in order to, you know, supplement and make up the rest of what they want to add, they use dry malt extract because they can measure that out, put it in, you know, 500 gram bags or whatever, and add it to the thing to make what they want. So either of those, that's all I can think of. But you can certainly brew an entire batch of beer. Like, you know, if you're using extract, you can certainly do it with completely 100% dry malt extract or 100% liquid malt extract. You don't have to combine the two. There's no reason to do that. They're basically the same thing. One of them is just, you know, dried and dehydrated, and the other one is, you know, syrupy. So that's the theory I came up with. I hope that's a good conversation for you guys down below. The next thing I have for you, I actually found something, and let's take a look at what happened right here. Okay, so my wife decides that she needed to find a bolt, a nut and a bolt. While I was looking, I found this bottle of, I don't know what it is. I think it's wine. I don't know what it is. I actually don't know. If it's white wine, this bottle's got to be about 3 years old. I found it behind something. So let's see what happens when you leave a bottle of homemade wine around for 3 years. Oh. Oh my, I know what this is. It's this. That's what it is. I've got all the labels from the different flavored wines that I've made here. Well, all the different little stickers and stuff. There's my opener I got from somebody a long time ago. And anyway, yeah, that's what it is right there. That was brewed like 3, maybe 4 years ago. I don't know how I managed. Oh, I'm pouring the whole, we're drinking her. It's supposed to be cloudy like that. It smells great. Let's give it a whirl. Three years old. Tastes okay. Tastes pretty good. I might take this up to my wife. She would enjoy this. See what happens when your wife makes you look for a piece of hardware around the house? You're looking behind stuff and you find all kinds of crap. Cheers. Okay, well, here we are back, and I really have just some updates for you, and not much else this week is going on. I brewed this tonight. I brewed a Brewer's Best American Cream Ale. This is I do promote this kit. If you know, you gotta love beer kits. You know, I know there's a lot of all grain brewers out there, and I'm an all grain brewer. I do all grain. I haven't done one recently, but I have all the equipment and I do it. I know how to do it. It's fun. It takes a while, you know. But, you know, it's so good that we have choices out there, because there's some people that don't have the time, they don't have the equipment, they don't have the space, they don't have the availability of, you know, being able to brew and have a 7, 8, 9 gallon brew pot on a propane burner outside somewhere because it's winter. I mean, all grain brewing it limits you to when you can brew and where you can brew, and, you know, all that kind of thing. It's a great way to brew, of course. It's doing it from scratch, from raw ingredients, and the beer, if you do it right, tastes just amazing. I mean, there's nothing compares, you know. But it's great that we have choices, and I don't hear any complaints anymore about extract brewing. Like maybe 4 or 5 years ago, there was a lot of camaraderie and static and things about extracts and kit brewing and all that kind of thing. That's kind of died down a lot, even in the forums. And I don't know whether it's because the manufacturers of these extracts have really refined the procedures and made the extracts so high quality that you can make some great beer. And I'll tell you right now, and I'm going to be completely honest, okay? The extract that I can get locally here, the liquid malt extract, he's playing my song. Steve James Barr's playing one of my songs now. Or one I covered anyways by Foreigner. I'm not sure if you can hear that. Anyways, thanks, Steve. I wish I was there for that. The quality is so good that I've made, you know, from stuff I can get locally, that I've made amazing beers from the stuff. You know, and what you have to remember is that, and listen, I'm not, you know, preaching any particular method of brewing beer. You know, you choose the method that you know, is good for you, that you can deal with what you've got, space-wise, time-wise, equipment-wise, and all that. But the thing is that these people who make these malt extracts, they have way better equipment than we do, right? And so, you know, as long as it's kept fresh and you get it, you know, when it's fresh and you use it when it's fresh, there's nothing wrong with it at all. So don't, if you're a new home brewer, don't think that you have to escalate your processes up to you know, any particular level. If you're making beer that you enjoy and that works for you, you're there. You are there already. You are at the point where you need to be. Now, if you're bored and you need something to do, go all grain. It's fun. It's amazing that you can take these things that look like sunflower seeds, you know, and make beer out of them. You can do that all by yourself, and it's amazing. It's a process that takes a while, but the taste of it, it's fresh. Basically, what you're doing is you're making your own malt extract, right? So it's made right in your own house. You know, if the grains are pretty fresh, they last a long time. You know, they can sit around for a while. And when you make your own beer from all grain, you're making your own malt extract from fresh grains. And, you know, there's nothing better than that. Nothing better. Okay? But when you get good quality, fresh, already made malt extract, it's just, I've said this before, and I think I'm repeating myself, and I'm sorry if I am, but there's a lot of new subscribers to my channel that aren't necessarily going to go back and watch other, you know, Homebrew Wednesday videos. I just want them to know this stuff, okay? So this is kind of a rehashing of old ideas. You brew the way you feel comfortable with it. If you want to open a can and add some dextrose, and you make that up and it's good for you, you're there. You don't need to do anything else unless you feel like you want to. Unless you feel like, God, I'm curious, you know, what it would taste like if I did this, or if I added this to it, or if I actually did all grain. What does it taste like? Well, then you got to try it. Don't ever let anybody in any forums or any chat rooms or anywhere tell you that the bottom line or the goal of home brewing is to get to all grain. I don't know why that seems to be the goal with a lot of brewers. Like, oh, well, you know, I've moved to all grain. You know, I've gone up the ladder, or I've finally got there, or I've I've graduated, or whatever. It's a satisfying experience when you make your first all grain beer, and when you drink that beer, it's like, wow, I have so much control now. But you know what? You know when you have the most control? You have the most control when you can do all grain, when you can do extract beer, when you can do partial extract, mini mash, all those different methods. If you can do all those methods and make good beer, that is when you have full control over your brewing process. There you go. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for everything. I enjoy your support. Your thumbs ups and the thing down below there, that helps me out too. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Check out 17crew.com for a great forum to go to ask questions. I'm in there. I've got my own little section as well. And I guess that's about it for me this week. I'm out. Thanks for watching, guys. 17. 17 means cheers. So 17. Be safe.